Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I am the Crypto Crow. It's been a little while. I've been busy trading and doing a lot of other fun stuff. Not really. I've been stuck in the house trading mostly. But there's some cool stuff to talk about. We've been getting a lot of crazy price action, and I thought I would fill people in on what's going on. And first thing I want to say is that I have been going through Annie with Trade Travel Chill. I finished her course, and it's phenomenal. I've done different courses over the years, often for as favors. Hey, will you check out my course? Let me know what you think. Or I've done my own courses. I can't say enough about what Annie's done with her course. Truly, again, I'm not an affiliate or anything. I have learned so much. I've even taken I even took a bunch of the videos from her course, put them all into one video, extracted the transcript, and made this like 6-page to-do list out of it. AI is phenomenal. But I've been what I did was I took that and I turned it into a giant mouse pad so that I've got each day of the week, what to look for, the different setups, all of that. And then I've already started going through the course again, not because I didn't learn anything, but because I have been taking it all in and putting it all into practice. And I'll show you a trade that I'm in. At one point, before this current drop, I was up almost $5,000. I think I was actually a little over $5,000 in profit. And then I've literally taken everything. I'm showing you how committed I am to this course because I love it so much. Honestly, this is everything I've printed from her course, as well as, there's that course. And then there's another one, that I don't like so much because the guy doesn't really teach much of anything. But I'm not going to say who it is because I don't know. Maybe I will on cryptocrow.io. I'll let everybody know. But I'm not learning anything. He kind of barks at you and just tells you like what you're seeing, but not necessarily like how to understand it. It's kind of a weird course. But anyway, I've been learning so much, and then I'm listening to a book on like traders mindset, and I've been reading another book that I just got about the market maker method, and I'm watching yet another course that's like pretty old, but I'm enjoying listening to different perspectives on a lot of the same stuff, and the way they break things down a little differently. And I think people have their own perspective on it, but it's ultimately the same thing, and it's actually very, very interesting. And I'm learning so much, and I'm taking it all in. So yeah, let's go ahead. I'll show you guys kind of the trade that I've been in. Let's see. I guess maybe should I make that a little wider? Meow. But so I'm currently in this trade. I'm up about $2,200 in profit right now. It wasn't much higher than that, but basically what I did is I got in at an average. This is an average. It was 115,888. And I had a feeling that the CME futures gap was going to start filling, or the price was going to come down either way. And of course it did. It came down pretty substantially. And you can see I got in all the way down here, man. I set 3 different triggers at 3 different price points because I've been waiting for like a week and a half, 2 weeks for that to happen. And it took me in, and then it kind of averaged me. And my liquidation price is like 102,000. So I'm hoping we don't hit that. But I've been holding on to it. I could have sold it, took profit here, and then kind of traded this down because I saw this coming. I knew that this drop was coming because this is from, what was this? This was the 27th. So yeah, but I was actually eyeballing this over here, and like on Sunday evening. So I knew that we were probably going to get a 3-level drop, and this isn't all really confirmed for me just yet, because I'm still learning on like confirmations and the tiny little nuances and details of these reversals, the drops, confirmation of the M, all of that. There's still so many little details, but the gist of it is Obviously you're going to get your M's, or your price action is going to start working its way down either over a period of 3 days or 3 levels with a potential for an extension. You can see here the left side of a potential W forming, which means that we might not go down any further right now. You can see here this is forming up into a W. And typically, if this is the case, what we would end up seeing is something to this effect, where the price comes up here, it might come back down here, and then boom. And then we might get a rise to the upside. And maybe we do from maybe tonight or tomorrow, and we head into Wednesday. And then maybe Wednesday, we get a reversal back to the downside. So it's a very interesting system, and there's still so many things that I'm picking up on it. This would be a very short but very substantial drop, obviously coming from a peak of almost 20,000, dropping all the way down to a low of 17.4. That's pretty substantial for basically a day. This is all like a Monday. So, and every day of the week tends to do something specific in the overall pattern. So anyway, I'm telling you guys, obviously I'm putting a lot of my, I know that there are people on cryptocrow.io that got into the trade that I got into because I've been posting about it. I had been posting about waiting for that trade to come for several days on my website. And so I've noticed some comments, people talking about how they got into it around the same areas. So that's fantastic. I love to see that. And it was something I felt very confident in. And I just posted something else that I broke down because ultimately I do think overall we're likely going to come down a little lower. Well, maybe not so much a little lower, but we might come down as low as like 114,000 because the CME futures gap still hasn't filled and there's still liquidity sitting. And so when you see a lot of these liquidity lines here, you can see there's money sitting here that's basically waiting to be plucked by the market maker, but they don't always just do it all in one sitting. Like they kind of get full. And I'll tell you another thing, when you're trading, as soon as you realize that none of the price action that happens is random, it really kind of helps you put things into perspective because it's not random. And these patterns, and there can be different, and there's something else that actually makes a lot of sense. Because I just watched this documentary. Well, it wasn't a documentary, it was a movie, but it was a true story about the game show Pressure Luck. And it was about this guy who was kind of a loser, I guess, from Ohio, go figure. And he basically memorized the 5 patterns that the little bebop beep thing, in the game, you answer a few trivia questions and you answer a few trivia questions and then you get a number of spins based on your answers and when you answer and how you answer. And so what happened was he ended up with a few spins. And when you spin, there's like this little, I forget what they call it, but it's some little monster guy. And if you end up on there, your account gets wiped. But you can get additional spins, you can earn money, trips, all that stuff. And you have to hit the button at the right time. Well, this guy memorized, there were apparently 5 patterns in the whole game. This guy memorized where things go next and all of them. So he just kept winning. And on a game show where, people were winning $3 grand, $4 grand, maybe $5 grand. And that was considered like big money back then. Because I think it was like in the 70s, maybe early 80s. And he just kept winning. He got like $120,000. The network was going nuts. Everybody was going crazy. Finally figured out what he did. And he decided to go ahead and pass. And after they tried everything to get him to stop, then they wanted him to keep going. I mean, it's crazy. It was a good movie. The point is that once you start identifying these patterns and you understand what's next and what's likely to come next, it really does put things into perspective and you're not blind trading all the time. There are different variables to the trade. Things can still happen depending on, it's like a left, right, straight, but you have a much more educated understanding as to what is most likely in the laws of probability. And when you add things like these liquidity tools to that, it really helps you kind of get an understanding. because all of this money, man, that's just been sitting here in longs and shorts, up and down. I mean, the market maker's job is to move this up and down and collect this like Pac-Man. And depending on where your shorts are, your longs, your stop losses, how much margin you use, the more margin you use, the more likely you're going to get liquidated at some point if you're not using stop losses. There are so many different factors that play into this. So I just want to let everybody know that, like, hey, I'm trying to help people understand things a little bit, and I have helped people get into some pretty good trades so far. But I'm still very conservative about a lot of what I share, because I don't want to get anybody caught up either. But the price could be coming down a little bit further. Looking at the bull market peak indicators, nothing is triggered yet out of all of these. So, we're not done. We're not done. We're going to continue moving forward. And, this is forexfactory.com for those of you that are trying to find a good place to get kind of the news and what's going to happen in the market. You got Monday, July 28th, I guess at 6 a.m. We had CBI realized sales. And then at 7 p.m., we've got some BRC shop price index year over year, I guess. I don't even know what the hell that is. Typically, a lot of the stuff isn't that relevant unless it's got like a red. If it's got red next to it, that means it's likely a market moving indication of something. So also, I want to let everybody know, I've been getting Lace Wallet has been reaching out to me recently, basically letting me know, hey, we really want you to start covering the Lace wallet, because our wallet is going to be doing things related to midnight that no other wallet is going to be doing. And so, and I guess they're going to be sending me some information and some notes to cover, because there are other wallets working on things, but I guess it's going to be a while. And since Lace was basically adopted by IOHK, it looks like they have been really facilitating midnight in the Lace wallet primarily. So I guess it's going to be a pretty big deal. And I've actually been using Lace for different things lately, checking it out and using it. It has gotten better than the first time I used it. I will say that. It used to be very slow, and I never understood why, but it's finally sped up, and it's easy to use. I mean, it's very easy to use, and it actually looks really good. So I would definitely recommend this for newcomers at this point. I wouldn't have 6 months ago. But now I definitely would. So we'll see what comes of this. I'm looking for the details. I'm ready for the details, and I guess they're going to be sending me those soon. I do think that midnight. I do believe that midnight's likely going to be announced at Rare Evo, and I've been saying this now for a while. It just makes all the sense in the world. I have had so many groups trying to get me to Rare Evo. IOHK was trying to get me to Rare Evo. Rare Evo was trying to get me to Rare Evo. And I know that they have a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. I think it's going to be a phenomenal weekend. It's more than a weekend. I mean, they wanted me out there on the 4th. And the event doesn't even start until like the 6th through the 10th. And it's like my daughter's getting ready to start school. I've got stuff coming. I have to go to like parent teacher or whatever. There's just things happening, and I just can't, like, I can't go away that long. So I'm unfortunately not going to be at Rare Evo. I did try, and I had 2 different groups basically saying, hey, we'll cover you. One group was saying, hey, we'll cover you, but you have to be here super, super early and like basically give up the next week and a half of your life. And I'm like, that's insane. No, I'm not doing that. And then the other group said, hey, we'll cover it if you just want to be here. And I'm like, unfortunately, like, it's just not going to work. So I'm not going to be there. It sucks. It's sad, but it is what it is. I know that I do have some people that are going, and I know they're going to really have a good time. So Cardano, let me take a look at Cardano real quick. I'm going to pull this, and let's see here. Oh, I wonder, I'm still learning how to use this platform, and it's not always the easiest. What did I just do? Okay. Oh, there it is. All right. So this is Cardano, and I've got a lot of different stuff of it open here because I like to kind of keep track of all of it at the same time. Let's do this screen, and then I'll open this up a bit more. All right. So at the top here, we've got Cardano's price action, and this is on a 1 hour. And you can, excuse me, you can see Cardano bounced off of this low of the day. And it's starting to work its way back up a little bit, but it's under all of the moving averages, and it's been moving down. I mean, it's been moving down a little bit. We crashed through the negative 50% Asia. That's generally not necessarily a good thing. That's kind of a bearish thing. Not to say that the price action overall is bearish, but to break through that means you're likely going much lower, and we did. I haven't even looked at this all day. Been looking at everything else. You can see that Cardano's market cap dominance has fallen just a tad here, and that's to be expected because overall that's just kind of what happens. It's been just pumping into market cap dominance and growing, peaking out here at around 84%, and that's come down a little bit. So the market cap dominance has dropped about 10%. I do believe it's going to continue moving forward. It's going to move up. Now, in the midst of this, however, you can see and this is on a daily. So this here, both of these dominants are on daily candles. You can see that the total crypto market cap dominance has dropped quite a bit. So, you know, when the total market capitalization of the crypto market drops, then a dominance starts to wane across the board. So you can see it was at almost $4 trillion and it's come all the way down here to 3.87 trillion. So not the end of the world, but I do think that it's likely if we get this W on Bitcoin, and you know, we're already bouncing off of this low of the day, we're still kind of sitting on it, but it's working. We're working our way back up. Then we could get a little bit of a reversal and then potentially bounce off of some of these moving averages and start working our way down a little bit more once again until we kind of conclude. I do believe that it's likely we're going to fill these gaps. Now, this is the CME futures gap that basically bottoms out here around 14,410. If I were, a betting man, I would be throwing some long triggers down here, because if the price does wick down here in the middle of the night during the Asia market, and you can catch some of that, the rebound is going to be glorious. But you can see here, we've already filled this CME futures gap that was basically formed over the weekend, and so we've just filled that. The question really is do we continue to go lower or not? Because on a 30-minute candle, we've already wicked all the way through here. I mean, look at how pinpoint this is. I mean, we literally wicked to the top of the candle, not even the wick, the top of the candle, and started to bounce. So are we going to go lower? Is this going to end up being like a Friday fake out? Is this going to be a Wednesday reversal where maybe we come up here and you know, maybe we bounce and then continue down here to fill this? I don't know. But if you had some buy triggers or some long triggers down here in this area, like I would generally, because things like to wick and they don't always wick fully. So I would probably, if I were a gambling man, I would probably set a long trigger at around 115,670. I would set another one at around 115,175, maybe another one at around 14,785, and then the final one around 114,400. That's just me. And you'll get a bit of an average price in that, and then the rebound would probably be pretty glorious. And yeah, I mean, I would say that would be pretty solid. And of course, we're still up only on the monthly, and that's looking pretty sharp. And then yeah, you know, I mean, everything's looking overall pretty bullish. I mean, I feel pretty confident. A lot of that filled. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything else in terms of price that I need to go over. Make sure you check out my my sponsor, if you don't mind. Check out that Flux charts. You know, it's hard to do like on-screen TA with Flux because it just gives away the farm. I mean, it just basically tells you a lot of what's going on. Let me turn some of this on real quick and see there's my baby. All right. Oh my God. All right. I mean, okay. Yeah. So this is what Flux charts does. It basically tells you what's happening. This is where Flux charts triggered here, and this is on a 15-minute candle. Gave me my first take profit here that hit gave me the second take profit here that hit, and then gave me the third. The third has not hit yet, and before we got this recovery, and what I think is likely going to end up becoming a W recovery, and we might get like 3 levels up from here. But the third take profit doesn't always hit the same way. We don't always get a third level drop or a third level rise after an M or a W in the market maker method. So anything is possible, but generally the first 2 always hit. And so it's pretty interesting to see. Sometimes, especially if there's a big news event or something to that effect, and this isn't the only indicator on Flux charts, by the way, there are multiple indicators. It's just the one that I use the most. Like, this is the price action toolkit that gives me fills in my fair value gaps, and you can see this is also interesting. Maybe we will reverse them from here. I just turned that on Flux charts, and we got a fair value gap right here that appeared that we just closed. So we may reverse down here at this point. We filled this fair value gap, and then we come back down here, and then maybe we conclude, or we go down further for an extension. This is the kind of stuff I'm doing all day now, is I'm just kind of looking at these patterns. I'm looking for them. This W is either going to get invalidated soon, or by the price moving out of this fair value gap, since it's filled it, it can come down here and then start to go back up, and that would confirm, hey, we're probably in a W, we're in a reversal after this big dump. But it doesn't have to happen. This could get invalidated. This could just start to come down here. We touch on this third take profit and then continue going lower where we're following all that liquidity. So yeah, I mean, that's it in a nutshell. I don't know if that was helpful. Hopefully that was helpful to everybody. When Lambo, I'm guessing February for most of us, but we'll see. It's all over. The sky is falling. That's kind of funny. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and go through comments and things and see what's popping with everybody. I haven't been doing as much content lately. How much is the course? Honestly, I'm not sure. I think it's a monthly thing. But I will say that when you join Annie's course, it's not just like, here's some videos. There's like an absolute abundance of videos. And they're very well worth your time. Let me just say that. But outside of that, they do a lot of live hangouts and a lot of like live lessons as well, because she has people on her team that are like, they're also very good. They share their like daily, weekly, trading charts, their setups, what they're expecting on the daily. I mean, there's so much to it, man. I mean, she's really built something phenomenal. And I also went back recently and watched some of her older videos from like a year or so ago, and just talking about like where she got started and things. And I'm just so blown away by her. I was just telling my wife, I'm like, this woman is phenomenal. And I told her, I'm like, I'm learning so much from her. And my wife likes her voice and her accent. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty good stuff, man. I really wouldn't bullshit you guys. And again, if there's almost 600, there's almost 700 of you in chat right now. And like, if every one of you guys joined her course, I don't make a dime from it. So I'm not doing this as any kind of profitable thing. Now, if you click my Flux charts and you start using the indicator, then I'll make a cut. I'm an affiliate. Yeah, I'm not pushing this course on you. I'm pushing the course on you because I think you're gonna actually learn how to trade. That's really what it boils down to. I'm learning, and I've been so committed to it. I'm not even gonna say where I'm up to, but my trades have been pretty good. I mean, I've lost a couple. I lost one big one, but I've already more than made up for that. I mean, it's like I'm definitely learning, and I'm not just trash trading anymore. And that's the big thing. Trash trading is basically where you're going in and you're like, oh, I think this could happen. I got a 50-50 shot. You just either go long or short and then deal with whatever the outcome is. No, I'm planning my trades now, and I'm actually looking for setups, which is a new thing for me. And it's pretty exciting. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty exciting. So, different perspectives is exactly why there is a market in the first place. Rocket Crow. I'm trying, Tony. I'm trying. Super is gay for crow. That's pretty cool. I've been popping into different streams lately while I'm working because I'm playing RimWorld and I'm watching videos sometimes, and then I'm working. I popped into Discovery Crypto this morning. I was on a Crypto Lifer stream recently saying hello. He sent his love. I thought that was very sweet. I like to just go around and just like let people know I'm watching them. Like I'm on their channels and I'm just hanging out, enjoying what they're doing, and yeah, I mean, the same way some people do on my channel. For whatever reason, it's cool when you have other people in the space, other YouTubers, just popping into your channel, seeing what you're up to, and saying hello, and it's always kind of cool. So I try to do that as often as I can. The guy who says a lot but never says anything. Who follows this guy anyway? Smoke another one for me, brother. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Finally caught Crow live. Big move coming. Lots of money on the table. Trillions coming in over the next few years. Hold and enjoy. ADA is going big for sure. Bigger than most. Yes, I do believe ADA is going to go bigly for sure. Crypto Tom, what's going on, brother? How are you? Matthias, hey Crow, will you make a timestamp to mark when the trading content stops? I love that you are excited about it, but it is not why I'm here. Honestly, I'm not even set up to do that effectively. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I would love to be, but it's like I've got so many other things that I'm working on, man. I don't have time to go through and try and time code these videos. I'm pretty sure I thought YouTube did it automatically. Last I checked, I thought they say, "Can you want this chaptered?" And they do. But yeah, man, I don't have a staff, dude. A lot of people that do all that, they've got 3 or 4 people that are working for them. I don't have any of that. It's just me. I try to help where I can. If it doesn't help you, I'm sorry. AU 106. Yep. There's a reason 70% of traders lose money. That's true. It's true. The majority of traders, you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I have watched so many different videos on YouTube from traders. The majority of them are full of shit. I'm just going to be straight up. The majority of these guys are full of shit. And I've also noticed a pattern. I'll notice that one really big YouTuber will put out a video about a trade setup or strategy, and then it's almost like a cascade effect. Every other trader YouTuber just copies that same person and redoes the exact same video in their own way. And I don't even really think the majority of these people fucking trade. I'm not even kidding, because they say the same shit. They do the same thing. They just deliver it in their personality. And most of them, it's like it's kind of mind blowing in a way, but I get it. I mean, they're just trying to make money on YouTube. They don't really care. I mean, they like, oh, that looks really good. Look at all the views he got. I don't think I'm going to do the same thing. And I see so much of that on YouTube. It's kind of ridiculous. But I'm trying not to be that. I would prefer everybody. What I would prefer is everybody is learning with me. And I don't sit here and try to pretend to be some guru, like, people faking they create these like, look what I made yesterday. I made $90,000. I'm like, okay, but why does your bedroom like a 10 by 10 square foot with a bed and one lamp and like nothing else? There's like some clothes on the floor. You mean you made $90,000 last week or yesterday, but you live in like a studio apartment? Like, come on, man, like get a green screen. I don't know, man. Some of these people are just so cringy and so ridiculous. And I don't buy it. I miss fundamentals, Crow. Trading is oversaturated. And to be honest, a good way to lose money. Listen, I started my account with like 3,500 and I'm over 20 grand at this point. So, I mean, I got a trade bonus from BitUnix that was pretty big. But by the time all is said and done, I mean, I've literally just been learning, and I've probably made like $4,500 in profit trading. And that's like over the past, how long have I been doing this now? I don't know. Has it been 2 weeks, 3 weeks? So, and I don't know what to say. Like, yeah, it is, trading is a good way to lose money if you're not doing proper risk management. And that's something that I've been learning and doing. But yeah, man, I mean, to each their own. I will honestly say, and believe me when I tell you, the majority of trading is mental. I mean, really, it's psychological, which is why I listen to these different audiobooks on trading psychology, and I am doing so much at once, and then I'll take a break, for a day, or like on weekends. I try not to trade on weekends if I can get away with it, and just let everything sink in and settle, and then I'll read a book, or something like that. But yeah, man, like when is Rare Evo? It's August 6th through the 10th in Las Vegas. It's yeah. Becker bought $1 million worth of Cardano the other day. Also, this screen setup you have is badass. Oh, you like this? Does this actually look good? I feel like this is trash. I'm not filling the frame at all. I feel like my green screen, I don't know. I feel like it's trash, but if you guys are telling me you think it looks good, well, that's cool. That makes me feel better. Maybe I'll do a little bit more content then. Crypto Chef. Yeah, Crypto Chef is always sharing his trades in our Telegram group, in the Murderer Crows Telegram group, and he definitely does pretty well. And he's been doing this for a while now. So, yeah, I mean, listen, people don't generally share their losses as often as they share their gains, right? But it's Chef does pretty good on a very consistent basis. Sometimes he blows me away, and I'm just like, okay, man, like, congrats. Although I will say, I think I got him on this long that I got in, because apparently he didn't get into that one. He was slacking. I don't know what he was doing. He was cooking or something, the chef that he is, but I think I might have got him on that one. Got to run. Hope everyone has a great day. You have a great day as well. Thanks for stopping in. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Poman13 gifted 10 Crow memberships. You know what? I wish there was a way to be able to gift people CryptoCrow.io memberships. That would be more helpful, I think, for everybody than these. But hey, man, it's pretty cool. I appreciate it. Been a while. Figure I'd toss some out. That's cool, dude. I appreciate that. Appreciate the content as always. Well, thank you. And I will say too that playing RimWorld on the side is kind of helping me just kind of maintain my focus, and just giving things time to just go, and not freaking out. Like if I enter a trade and the price immediately goes against me, and just being patient and just letting things play out. Yeah, I mean, it's very, very helpful. You made 90K, but it cost you 120K to get that. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Wait. I thought the same thing. They just look for likes, but they don't trade. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't made 90K. I don't know if this was to me or somebody else, but no, far off. I mean, the trade that I'm in right now is up. Obviously, it's doing pretty well. And if we get a big solid reversal, I mean, let's put it this way. If nothing happens and the price just gets back to like 123 grand, I'll make around 8,500 on that one trade. So, and then like if the price gets to like 220 grand, I'll make like 120 grand. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. And I was waiting for it. I was eyeballing it. I was set up for it for like a week and a half. So there very well could be another opportunity to get into a long like that here in the not so distant future. So I posted about that on CryptoCrow.io. All right. Listen, I mean, that's it. I just wanted to kind of just hang out for a little bit and say what's happening. Man, gifting those memberships. I love it. Thank you so much. Listen, thanks for joining me, folks. Make sure you check out my sponsors down below. And until next time, crow your coins, and I'll see you again real soon.